I will try to divide the tour into three parts. I think it's quite interesting and necessary to understand if you understand how I came to this kind of travel photography. And the second part, I'm going to try to get short with the technical background about collaborating. Also, there are not only prints in technical technique, but also prints on chrome foil, and I want to speak about this a little bit. And the last part, I normally don't do on the gallery in the gallery is speaking from colleague to colleague, how to find a price tag for your art, how to sell art.
That would be the most important thing for everybody here.
Everybody who knows me that knows that I speak about everything. And you can ask them. If I have the answer, I will give it to you. Yeah. Are there any questions or before we start?
Oh, good.
I asked because I have to do it in bilingual, in German and English, or should I just go English? Or?
Was meinen Sie? Passt das nur auf Englisch? Ja. Yes. Online auch? Oh, okay. Passt.
Me as a photographer, there are two hearts. There's the heart for art and doing the things you see here, and there's the heart for commercial photography. Something has to pay bills. So, in commercial photography, I have my clients in industrial photography and in classic cars and car transportation. And these clients are willing to give you quite good job, good money. But they also have the sentence, we pay you so much money because you do exactly what we want. And we say, John, you have to jump. I do this for about 18 years. And in the beginning, I said it was a little bit confusing. And I don't have 5 minutes to take a photo, go to China. No, you don't have. You can wait in 5 days, and then you can book your own flight back to Shanghai. And then you can stay for 5 minutes, you can stay the rest of that. Or as long as we need you for the next one. And after some years, I am a little bit frustrated also not to have some minutes to take a photo. And when you see a good shape, when you see a beautiful picture, and it's not that, and it's not possible to get it. But I never gave up searching for a solution to photograph during the travel. And what you see here starts photographing during the travel, not stopping. Out of the car, out of the taxi, during walking, during bicycle ride, out of the helicopter, out of the plane. And when you look around, you see pictures which shows nature. You see pictures which shows landscape of cities, and you see trees and silhouettes and clouds. And some pictures there is a lot of movement. Some pictures are very calm. It's not a lot of color. So I'd like to show you something in the next room where it all started. Let's have a look at this. It was a good journey. The first journey is 10 days, 20 cities, 20 photos. Picked up with the taxi at 6 o'clock in the morning, coming back at midnight, doing the editing of the photos, so going to bed at 2 a.m., 6 o'clock starts the next day. So after some days, I've been quite tired. I'm sitting in the train. The train is 400 kilometers per hour speed. and just opened my eyes and looked out, and I saw exactly what you can see here. And it was so, I like in color, and I like these moving trees, and I like the silhouettes. And wow, wow, what a moment. Wow. And I was happily, I didn't have my suitcases, the camera, and they were out there, really next to me, and I just put the camera next to the glass, made maybe 1/30 of a second, and of exposure time, and then click, click, click. And after every click, I took pictures. I really thought, this is my way of traveling. This shows exactly what I feel going from A to B. And when I'm coming to the hotel on this day, this train trip, this was the first day I didn't import the pictures of my clients first, but import the picture of my free project first. And then I had 17 pictures, and I reduced to 9. And then I have a spare format of 3 pictures, and I searched for a technique to show these 9 pictures in 1 picture. And this is lenticular printing. Lenticular printing came to part number 2, talking about some techniques. How is this printed? You have a foil with prism on the front, and you print on the back side of the foil very high precision. Yeah. And you have to slide each file of the picture into very, very small slices and put it together. Because of the form of the prism, you have one part of the slice is smaller, others are more wide. It's softer, of course. And you have to print on the back side of this lenticular foil very, very precise. This is one of 3,000 millimeters of precision needs to be done that it works. And I invite you now, just go around, look at the picture and see what's happening. So 9 pictures. The day after this project, I had a flight from Chengdu to Wuhan. And on that flight, I had a window seat, and up to now, the state of window seat. Because I made a picture over there. 9 pictures, and you see industrial areas, you see a river, and you see ships on the river, and you see mountains from the front to the far back. And with these 2 pictures, I knew for myself that I found my way to travel photography, and I did on. Next day, going to the company of mine, a taxi, a photograph out of the taxi. You see this on the next room on the mirror desk with this city sheets. I wanted to go bigger and bigger with my prints, and so I asked my printer, which is located in Berlin, Germany. What is the largest size? This is that. We have a printing machine which can do lenticular printing up to 248 to 248 centimeters. Is it okay? All right, let's do it. Let's make the largest lenticular printing in the world. Yeah. I said, wow, what a great thing. Yeah, let's do it. And then he called me back 2 hours later and said, hey, Roland, our machine can do it, but there's no material in this size. The largest material we can get is 202 to 202 centimeters. And we need some millimeters to cut off the previous part, even on the edges. Okay, let's do 2 meters to 2 meters. And then when we saw the door, the gallery. I was so happy that it's not possible to print 240 because you really could feel just the space of a finger to get in diagonal style. With two people, we came in the door and it was really couldn't be a centimeter larger than this size. Yeah, and also the curator of this exhibition is here, Dr. Amelie Walter, where the one was, and Amelie said she sits on the in a minute. Roland, please don't do another picture in this room because this picture is tasteless. Yeah, but the gallery is not so big. I want to show video and pictures. Okay, please promise to find a very calm, a very reduced picture that doesn't have too much color. Went into the archive again and I found the picture can be on the other side. And this is not a cloud printing. This one is created by John for its space. And come to the middle. I know. Come to the middle. Then you see the reflection of the foil, of the chrome foil, with the light. And when you move a little bit, you even have the feeling that the waves go and listen. So, look about the horizon. The horizon is, it's not in the middle. It was a very, very full day. It's not like a light, it's a color picture. And it was. In all these pictures, I don't do any reducing or coloring. Nearly not. In my commercial work, I have a lot of post-production, so this kind of photography I'm trying to avoid. When I see it would be necessary to have an hour in Photoshop to get it right, I don't do it. Okay, let's sum up here. So let's talk about these two. The title of this is Wow, a German city. And I have been there for a business meeting in winter, 27th of December. It was a cold morning, and on the first side, look at the color of the snow. It looks like sand or desert. There are no trees, even this white trees from the frozen water on. Look on the part on the part of the bottom where you see the train, Finnish word, the train glass. I don't know. It's 1/4 of the picture are just geometric lines, but of course it shows you what kind of traveling I did. It's definitely a train. Cannot be plane, cannot be car. It's definitely a train. The picture for me and even for Amelie, these two pictures are one picture. There are a lot of movement in this Lenticular Prints, and for art interests who say maybe I need something a little bit more reduced, I would like to show you the picture. It's outside. See and cloud. And when you look around, you see the cloud disappear. And after the disappearance of the cloud, you see a shiny, golden area above us. This coming back a little bit to the technique. When you have a foil which has lower resolution, and we are talking about 32 lines inch, you have the possibility to switch from one picture to the next very, very hard way. You have a red and blue color, and you want to show this to switch from red to blue with a very, very, very good movement. You have to use a lenticular foil, which is low resolution. I'm working in the pictures more in a cinematic. I try even the photos more think like making film. Where is the horizon line? Where are the contrasts? Where are the dark areas? Where are the light areas? And then you can guide the visitor of the picture through the scene. And if you have this 5 pictures, one picture, say, okay, this is very, very important for me. Like cloud. I drew the picture of the cloud several times behind. And then you go through, and then you see the cloud longer than other pictures. So you can also write like movies. So let's come to this room. On this side, and the picture on the opposite side is from the South series Arrival and Departure. And on this series, I make one picture on the flight on the drive on the traveling to the final destination, and one on the traveling back home. And the picture traveling back home is upside down. So you see here the top line of the clouds. Here, top line of the clouds from traveling to my final destination. And then the picture when I go home is a little bit smaller than the first picture. This one on the flight to Paris, on the other side, the flight to home. So, any question on that? The technique that is very expensive in the world. What's extended? The printing technique. Yes, but what's extended? But you don't. We spoke before. Yeah? He had to ask this question because it leads me to the third part of the guide. Yeah? Talking about prices and the price tag. Yeah? What's the right price tag? Yeah, you're right. It's compared to the price. And see, so the prices. Yeah? It's more than printing on Hollywood. Hollywood is a fine art printing company where all the fine art prints of the photographers who want to sell high quality prints are used. What do you think about this line? Let's talk about the next course for this. This is some thousand euros production costs. And now you can answer yourself. If the price tag The end is the right one.
Price of 27,000 per in this big one.
Giving you a help to find your price tag by selling a photo or selling art. If you can buy your own pictures, this is a very, very good guideline. Yeah? If you buy a picture for 1,000 euros, yeah, you should have more depending on. Yeah? And when you have 1,000 euros left in the bank, and you think you can sell a picture for 25,000, yeah, this will not work. Definitely, this will not work. Yeah? People buying art know exactly your bank account. They know it. They feel it. They feel it. They feel it. I see it where it goes. Feel it by seeing your work. They feel it by seeing how you are arguing, selling out. When you found your price tag, you should talk to you in the morning, looking into the mirror with the toothbrush. My price is this and that. And when somebody comes in, what does this picture cost? 2,000 or 500? I get you £500 here. Yeah. There was a girl there. You have to talk about the prices just now. Yeah. And you will find the clients that find this price. Of course, there are a lot of people out there who say, I will not buy a photo for 500 euros. No. 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 And there are people out there who say, I will buy a photo for 250,000. Awesome. Yeah. But I don't talk to them. Right. Okay. Understand? Okay.
You need to believe yourself in your prices, then the others will.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So, more questions about this or whatever?
Where should one start? Because now we know that you are a very successful, experienced photographer. You believe your prices. But as a beginner, how do we do it? Where do we start?
First of all, you have the advantage compared to me that you have a much better education.
Hello, LIK Akademie.
First of all, when I started, I bought books about how to photograph. I learned nothing. Then I bought books about from photographers and like the photos. I learned a lot to analyzing these photos. Then I went to a lot of exhibitions. How do I get a feeling to this photo? And even if don't hear this well, I have to say, technique is one thing, but only a lot of pictures, a lot of photos who make this loose and moments. Technique a lot of mistakes.
Totally, I'm totally on the same side here. Yeah.
Of course, when you take a portrait, the focus has to be on the eye. Yeah. But you all have seen a lot of photos where they say, what a portrait. Yeah. And the focus of the gear, or here, but nothing. But the portrait is straight. We've seen a lot of photos, the shadows, black and dead, and the lights, blown out white. And there was no total contrast in it. Yeah. But we say, what a photo. Yeah. And starting with photography, you're all here because you have this feeling that you have a lens, and you're taking camera, making a photo, and say, this is something special. But with the first word, Ina says to you, in educating you, you have to accept that your photography gets worse. It gets worse. Definitely, it gets worse. Because you don't take your camera, hold it out and say, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You take your camera and say, oh, what did Ina say? What did Roland say? What did you learn? And then you forget to make the photo out of the feeling you feel. But you have to go through this valley to come back to the start. But with all this technical knowledge and all this technical understanding, that you take your camera and you definitely don't look at the camera. What are your settings? You notice, then you can concentrate on what's here. See, firing surgery, finding the light, finding an angle, finding the picture. Okay. And from this point on, it's going out like a rocket. Okay?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Any questions? No. More drink, more drink. I think I took something to some sandwiches. So.
They will now, I'm sure.
I'm here, you are here, maybe you don't want to talk or to ask now.
Let me ask Onliners. Onliners? Haben Sie Fragen vielleicht auch auf Deutsch? Egal? Bitteschön. No?
Maybe you can talk a bit about farming topics. So, because that's in beginnings, it's very difficult to know street yes, no, and oh, what?
Yeah, finding your way in photography. I want to become a fashion photographer. I want to become a fashion photographer. I'm from Leonie, Linz. Okay. Upper Austria. Small town, 35,000 people live there. But I realized that being a fashion photographer, there are 4 places. Paris, London, New York, Milan. Okay? And I went to New York. And if you believe it or not, there was a fashion photographer. There was still a guy who did this. Yeah. I came back. It was also in the other 3 cities. That's the shame. Yeah. So I never wanted to become the guy who went to Asia or the United States and doing photographs of industrial furnaces or industrial plants. This was not my dream. But to get the chance. And you all said here, you all have a dream. You all have a dream how your photography way to go on. But you also don't have to forget, or you have to see the chance. You can take this way, that way. Yeah. Sometimes it's clever to stay on this. Well, I will not go to school. No, I don't want to do this. And I will not go to wedding for. I never did a wedding shoot. I'm no photographer. It would be awful. But I saw my chance to go on, not to be a fashion photographer, but to be industrial. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
We have some questions from online.
Onliners?
Onliners?
All good? Okay. We will continue to dream quietly. Hoping that one day we can invite Roland to our exhibitions, right?
It would be very pleasure to come. That's it.
Thank you so much. It was amazing.
So it would be planned to give each of you the catalog of the exhibition, but at weekend we have people coming here. I have no catalog left, but I will bring for each of you catalog signed for each of you to the catalog.
Wow.
In a list is how many you need, and then you can.
Thank you so much.
Still again.
Great. Excellent.
And now we're going for some sandwiches.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, Linus, thanks a lot. We call it a day for today. Schönes Wochenende. Yeah, I will see you on Monday. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Tschüss. Schönes Wochenende.
Bye. Bye. Bye.